So Chamath Palihapitiya, very well respected investor and entrepreneur in the tech space, mentioned a very niche AI stock, which I think is a very, very, very interesting play and can potentially be a 10-bagger. And I started a small investment in this company. And I think it's very very worthwhile looking into this stock. And let's just hear what Chamath has to say, and then we go deeper into this stock and see what it's all about. So here we go.
The example that I've given, this was an example given to me by Nikesh Arora. So it's not, I'm not going to take credit for it. Who's the CEO of Palo Alto Networks. But he was telling me, when you look at travel, the travel space, all the public travel companies are like $300 billion of public market cap. Expedia, Travelocity, all these companies. But they're pure middlemen. And they sit on top of a data feed that comes from a handful of companies. One of them is Sabre. And so I went and I looked at Sabre. Sabre is like a $1.3 billion company, a small little company. But they are the ones that go into all the airlines, extract all this gobbledygook data, normalize it, and allow Expedia, Travelocity, Booking.com to exist. In a world of machine learning and AI where theoretically you can have conversational languages inside of WhatsApp or Messenger or Instagram, you see this beautiful picture, you're like, book me a ticket to that place. Well, Sabre is actually the key value creator there. And all these Expedia examples that are plugins to GPT make no sense. They make no economic sense. Those companies should go to zero. So I've used that as a forcing function for me to try to prove that there's really these two barbells. It's a barbell, bookends. One is a silicon and one of these sort of like data providers. That's probably an investable thing that's defensible. Everything in the middle, I think what Friedberg said is true, which is today it looks like it's worth a couple $1 billion, tomorrow's worth nothing.
So those are very, very strong words, what Chamath says, but I think it makes a lot of sense, right? If you have an AI that can access the data, you probably would not need platforms like Booking or Expedia. Because those are purely middlemen. Airbnb is a bit of a different thing, I think, because they're in a specific niche. Like a platform like Booking, what's the difference between any other hotel booking platform? So I think Chamath really makes a really good point. That Sabre is they're like the apex predator, right? So they have the access to the data, and the access to the data, that's where if you have access to the data, that's where AI thrives. So I want to go a little bit more deeper into what Sabre does. So they do they provide data, but I actually have they actually have a very nice video on the website on their Sabre Travel AI. So I'm briefly gonna play this.
How can technology make travel more personal? Introducing Sabre Travel AI, the ingrained technology that will help make personalized travel a reality. Bringing together Sabre's deep industry expertise with Google Cloud's state-of-the-art AI technology and advanced learning capabilities, Sabre Travel AI enables travel companies to take retailing and customer experiences to the next level. Access real-time, unprecedented data on traveler preferences and business insights like never before to provide the right offer to the right person at the right time. Extending that customized experience all the way through to the day of travel. It's about getting better acquainted with today's traveler, who they are, their likes, their dislikes, and using predictive insights to keep them coming back for more. Increase revenue opportunities while enabling more tailored travel experiences. scalable, intelligent. Take a bold step forward in infusing decision science across the full travel spectrum. And get ready to experience everything Sabre Travel AI has in store for the future of travel.
So it was like a overview of what they're doing, but Sabre actually provides, when we look at the website, actually provides a lot of. It's kind of like you can compare it like SoFi, which has like an ecosystem for developers to build their applications on. Right, and Sabre is one of those companies that actually supports developers to build these new AI applications on there. So that's very, very, very interesting because the new platforms will be AI driven. There's no doubt, right? The existing platforms like Expedia, Booking may have some advantage that they have the reach. They have like the reach of the public that uses their platforms, but there's other ways like WhatsApp or even an X.com that could use this data to help you with your travel plans. So I think this is a really good. Sabre is a really well positioned company to take advantage of this AI revolution. So I want to go a little bit into the numbers, the stock here. So before the pandemic, Sabre was above $24 a stock, right? After pandemic, it dropped, and like every technology stock, they dropped a lot. So they dropped by a factor of 5. With the potential, I think it could actually go back up there. So it would be like a 5x, but I think it actually really has the potential to be like a 10-bagger. And the reason why is like you see that again and again, like with these smaller capital, with stocks with a small market cap, big Wall Street investors, they don't buy these little stocks. So that's our advantage as like a retail investor. You can get in these stocks quite early. And then when the big money comes, well, then you can actually, make a nice profit. So what am I doing? That's what I do. That's my core strategy. What I do with Super Snowball is I accumulate with out of money put options. So I think it makes sense to actually look at also the options. Today the stock is at around $5. So when we look at, for example, what I'm doing, I am selling the October 20 put option, which gives like a premium of $44, which is like a very significant of premium. So that's how I'm gradually building up Sabre. I don't think there is a real hurry to buy the stock, but I am every month I'm dollar cost averaging in Sabre. I think it's a long-term play. I think we have to be so there's a lot of like hype like around I wouldn't say hype, there's real substance around AI, that's true, but the commercial actually the profits are going to be a little bit further in the future. It's not going to be this year, and maybe not next year that the big money is going to be made with AI, but it's going to be in the next 5 years. Definitely so. So that's why I say I'm building up my position in Sabre, and yeah, it's going to be the position that I'm building up till quite nice percentage, and I'm doing it with what I always do. I accumulate. My accumulation strategy is what I teach in Super Snowball. So I buy with out of the money put options. So I got my margin of safety, and that has been working really well for me. And if you're interested in learning how I acquire these stocks, well, go to supersnowball.com, and there you can learn more about how I do it and learn more about the strategy. Thank you for listening. Bye.